Good afternoon and welcome to the Heartland Conference Basketball Hoops Men's Version Tournament Preview Show. My name is Doug Foster and I am with the ETC Sports Network, and we are currently joined by the 8th year head coach of the Hanover College Panthers, John Miller. John, thank you for the time today.
It's good to be with you.
Well, Coach, you are the third seed. The Panthers had a record of 14 and 11 this year, and 12 and 6 in the conference. Can you recap your season for us so far?
Sure. Yeah. Traditionally at Hanover, we've played a really strong non-conference schedule, and this year was no different. We certainly tested our team early in the year. And I think some of our overall record is an indication of that. But hopefully some of the early tests in tough environments, helped us to learn some things about our team. Obviously our conference record, I think, is an indication of the balance within the HCAC this year. But we feel like we're playing some pretty good basketball right now and excited to go into this weekend and see how it goes.
Yes, seems like the top 4 or 5 teams in this conference just took turns kind of beating each other up at times. Just a couple of games separating first from 4th or 5th place.
That's right. I think the two teams at the top were a tie, and then us and Rose Holman just one game back tied. And I think probably all of us could look at just a handful of games that were decided in overtime or were decided by the last possession, and you can't help but think, wow, we make this play here, we make this play there. I think we're all in that same boat, and
right.
We are what we are. Certainly happy for and excited for my former assistant coach Scott Cutter, who's now the head coach of Defiance, to win a conference championship, have the opportunity to host. Certainly we would have liked to have been the team having you guys come here, but it is a balanced deal. And I think the other thing that you see this year, there's been a lot of road teams that have won. We had 3 or 4 teams that we won on the road at their place, and then they came here and beat us, which that doesn't happen a lot of years. And so I think for all those reasons, the records, the parity, the ability for people to go win on the road makes this weekend awfully exciting.
Right. Speaking of Coach Cutter and the Defiance Yellow Jackets, the number 1 seed in the tournament, they are the host of the tournament with that number 1 seed, and Hanover will be playing as number 3 seed against Transylvania University on Friday night in the, I believe it's the 8 o'clock game. And your experience so far this year with Transylvania?
Well, Trancy's one of those teams that I referenced. We went down and got out of Lexington with a win early in December. Kind of one of the things that's a little bit unique about the Heartland Conference schedule. We all play 3 or 4 games in early December, and a lot of times, a lot of us coaches are still trying to figure out our teams at that point. So we were able to get a win, down there in December. I think we're a different team. I think Coach Lane would probably tell you that his team has really evolved, a lot since then as well. They were able to come to our gym just a handful of weeks ago and pick one up against us in overtime, and just a good battle back and forth. So we anticipate a dogfight. I think both teams have some guys that can do some things, and so we're looking forward to the opportunity to play at 8, but we know what we're in store for.
Let's talk about your team for a little bit. You can't have the success of winning 12 games in a conference without some senior leaders. How you want to identify those players for us?
Yeah, sure. So our 2 seniors that start for us are Michael Van Clunen, who's a senior from Mason, Ohio, our starting 5-man. Who's done a great job and a great leader for our program, alongside fellow senior VJ Billups. And VJ has, again, been a guy that's been a good, solid player for us, has didn't come to us right out of high school. Had been at another school not playing, and then we were able to get him. So he's in his third year of playing for us, but he's a senior and will graduate. So those two guys have done a really nice job. And we've gotten, not necessarily in gameplay, but in practice and from a leadership standpoint, have gotten really good things from Evan Bingham and Ethan Black, our two other seniors. We've got 4 seniors on our team. So, we've got 4 guys in our program that know, hey, the next time we don't come out on the right side of the scoreboard, that'll be it. And so, I think that's always the interesting thing for any team in a conference tournament or an NCAA tournament. With your seniors, that's it. So, again, we've gotten good play from those guys down the stretch, and like I said, excited to see what happens here.
Well, good. And lastly, Coach, how's the health of your team at this point in the season?
Well, knock on wood, we've got a couple more practices to go here, before we head up and do this on Friday. But right now we're healthy. And excited to go play.
We are once again speaking with Coach John Miller, the head coach of the Hanover College Panthers, who will be playing the second game Friday night against the Transylvania University Ball Club in the Heartland Conference Tournament, the men's version. So, Coach, once again, we thank you for your time today, and we wish you and your team best of luck in the tournament.
Thank you. It's good to be with you.